Always love that alert. All right, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is just a quick refresher reminder, if we have forgotten where they are, or for those of us who haven't used them before, about the virtual backgrounds and all the new campaigns that are within BrandSRV from Coldwell Banker. So this background right here, although quite simple, is one that you can find in BrandSRV. I'll show you a few more of them. I'm a fan of these ones because I like the more simple ones as opposed to the ones that are more loud or complicated. And this is, pretty straightforward. You got your blue, you got the logo. What more do you need? So I want to show you guys where we can find these things and some of the other customizable templates they have. Because again, one thing that I get asked a lot from agents is, where can I find more things to post to social media, and not just Facebook, but Instagram or LinkedIn or any other platform. BrandSRV is full of graphics, customizable templates, stuff that you can put little pieces in and have your own custom piece. And I still feel like to a degree that it's underutilized. So I want to share my screen. And again, I'm going to turn to my second screen, but I am not ignoring all of you. So first things first, we're on CB Desk, right? mycbdesk.com. And we have logged in here already. Now, one side pointer that has really nothing to do with BlueSync today is please continue to train your agents or talk to them to remind them that the MoxieWorks square within CB Desk does not currently connect with our Schmidt systems. It's something we hope to be able to, fix down the road with the brand. But if anyone ever wants to log into Moxie, they do not need to go to Desk. They want to go to my.schmidtresources.com. They can go to normal Schmidt Resources where we have the login link. But within Desk, we don't want our agents going to the MoxieWorks square. But that aside, we're looking for BrandSRV right here. It's got the three little squares. Now, remember again that these are all movable. So I like to have Zap, Social Ad Engine, and BrandSRV as my top three, just so I always know where they are. But if we click on that, it's going to take us to BrandSRV. And for those of you who don't know what BrandSRV is, let me just read their little caption. It is a digital asset creator. It's got logos, imagery, social media assets, etc. So basically, it's a place where you can go to find content, not just for social media, but for any sort of digital marketing. They've got social media cover photos. They've got just graphics and stuff you can post. They've got templates that you can actually input information, and they'll do all the creative stuff for you. And it takes all of 30 seconds. So when you get to this title page here, you're going to be able to see just a few different tabs of how they have things organized. The first thing that I want to show us are the virtual backgrounds, just because it's one of the easiest things quick. So really, as most things go, you can click around here. You can go to the latest campaigns, which we'll do in a little bit. You can go to the latest assets. They have a lot of little videos now from the Dream campaign. But what I want to show you guys is if you go up here, upper right corner where it says marketing assets, you can scroll down to virtual meeting backgrounds. Now, again, we're all on Zoom still right now. We all still, our agents, our offices, we're all doing a lot of Zoom. Using something like these backgrounds would, helps brand it up, make it a little classier. And as you can see, they've got a lot of options here. So one of the newer ones they have is they call it the Core 4 Teams backgrounds. So I bring these up. They have a few things here that you can use in terms of backgrounds for any coaching events, training events, anything like that. Culture of awareness. They basically have a little bit of a, if I were to preview it a little bit bigger here, there we go. They have like one of the main images from CB or from somewhere, and then next to it, they've got a little quote or a little caption about, one of the things that makes us awesome. So culture of awesomeness, of course, I love these CB ones here from Gen Blue, especially those top two. So you can take a look at these if you're interested. The one that I have right now, this, very nice, beautiful blue, is simply just the national branded virtual background. What I did is I clicked on this, and all I have to do here, if I want to download these, is first thing I can do is over here on the right, I can scroll through. So it's not just the blue that they have. They also have some white options. They have different layouts of the logo. It's pretty straightforward. If you're interested, if you're like, okay, I want to use one of these, what you want to do is click on customize right here. And when you click on customize, it's going to bring it up for you and show you how you're going to customize it. So I can choose any of the options I want. So option 2, I believe, was one of the one of the white ones. So I'm going to choose option 2, and then I'm going to choose my DBA. Because it's still rainy, I'm going to pretend that I'm in Florida. So I'm going to choose Sunstar, And then I'm going to do generate proof down here on the bottom. It says generate proof. So basically it's going to show my edits that I just made. So you're going to give it a second. And voila, straight, simple, to the point. You got the Sunstar logo up here. You got the gray kind of gradient to white. Now, one thing that I've seen that I want to make sure that we do differently is that sometimes right up here, there's this little download button. Now, when you hover over that, it does say download a low res proof. This is not where you want to download your actual file, the thing that you want to use. This is where you can just download it like I said, a proof, like, hey, this is what it's going to look like if I were to go forward with it. What you want to make sure you do, if you're happy with this, is go down here to where it says order, the big blue button that says order, and that's going to kind of essentially put it in your cart, if you will. Now, see, actually just straight up downloaded it for me. Now, BrandSRV does this, the way the site is set up has receipts and carts and orders like that. You're not paying for anything. These are all complimentary assets. They're all the customizable things even. They're all complimentary. You're not paying for these. It's just the way the system is set up so that the assets kind of move through the funnel, if you will. So now that I've done this, all I have to do is click download, and you can see right there, the image has been downloaded to my computer. And now I can use this, move it over here, just to show you what it looks like. Now I can use this on Zoom, Google Hangouts, any sort of virtual meeting that I want to use. So those are the backgrounds. And then real quick, if I just click on the logos up here, I can just go back to the main screen. Here are where all of their campaigns are. So they've got templates, they've got just straight up graphics you can download. You can go to the latest campaigns right here and see the dream campaigns and luxury stuff. They don't have a lot of global luxury stuff yet, but they are fleshing that out as the new kind of financial year has started. The quotables and stats, I will tell you that the quotables and stats here are already in Schmidt resources as well. So if you're already there, you can go download those. We just like to put them in multiple places so you always have a way to get them. One thing that they're doing a lot of now, which I love to see, are Spanish language options. So if you go here, you can see Spanish language options, and they have a bunch of, I mean, I don't really need to reiterate, Spanish options where you can click on one of these, switch it over to Spanish, and still use the template and graphic and stuff like that, which to me is super, super cool. If we go back though, I want to show, when we look at something like the Dream Campaign social media graphics, these are just straightforward graphics. So they've made it a lot simpler, which it used to have to be if I wanted all 6 of these. So there are 6 different options. I had to download each one individually, and it was a pain in the you know what. Now, if I just click order now, and I click place order, it's going to download all 6 for me just like that. It's going to give me a folder of all of the images right here, and just click download. So I'm not down. It's like literally a 1/6 of the work that I would have had to do 6 months ago. So I can click download, and then let me show you the folder real quick. Oops, Zoom thing's getting in the way. Show you the folder here. I've got right here. I click on it. All of the graphics are right here. I can use these on Facebook. I can use these on Instagram. I can put them in a newsletter. I can put them in an email. I can, wherever I want to do, they're right here for me. The other one that I mentioned a second ago are sort of like templates. And so if you can't tell, we're really big on testimonials right now. So that's why we've got Testimonial Tree. That's why we've got the templates that we made in Schmidt Resources. They also have some templates right here for testimonials, which is the one that I want to focus on real quick, where you can go here and you can see they've got a bunch of different layouts of testimonials. And all you have to do is put your information in. So if I click on customize, all I have to do is I can add my headshot if I want to. I can add a team image if I have one of those. I can simply select the version I want. So I like version 1 right here. And I could just say down here, the testimonial, boy, oh boy, is JD the best agent in town. He can play guitar. He can soothe snakes and babies. And he can sell a home. 10 out of 10 would work with again. And then the source, I can just say like, my mom or wherever it came from. And then I can put my team, my agent name. You basically fill out as much of this as you want to. I don't really, for this particular template, I don't need to fill out any other information because all I'm having here is the review, the source, and then finally the DBA down here. So I'm going to put, I'll just do Paradise since we're going around the Florida block. If I do a third one, I'll just go to Premiere, Paradise, and then I click Generate Proof. If this works the way I want it to, it's a big review. So cool, big white screen, exactly what I was hoping it would look like. It's a beautiful review if you think about it at the end of the day. Hopefully it's just an error with the the actual visual itself, but if I were to download it, it would just be a big white screen. I'm just going to click order and see if it'll download the right way. Please. I'm missing something. Team agent name. Wow, that's probably a good thing. Let me put my name in there. See, this is why you always check what you're doing. Make sure you know what you're doing. We do not need our license number in our states, although they do have an option here for if we do. You're like, oh my goodness gracious, it's reset that too. One of these days, guys, this is going to look really cool. I tell you what. So fingers crossed, this is the final one because I think every red star thing. Voila. Okay, this is actually a great point here. So this is what the proof looks like. Now, this pink text is not, or maybe it's that's not pink. I don't know. That is not what this is going to look like. Basically, what the text is when it's that color is showing you that is the information you input into this graphic. So it's saying, hey, here's the stuff that you input. Double check that to make sure it looks the way you want it to. And if you go, okay, yes, this is right, or you go, oh, nope, I can go and edit the text. If I click order in the courts, if I click order, it's going to download for me. And you'll see that the text will come through as white. That pink is just a proof. And that's why, again, I was showing you guys, don't download the low res proof because that's going to have pink text on it. Whereas now if I pull this over, you'll see that it downloaded as white. So this is a beautiful review graphic. It's one that I would post on every social media platform because it's just a wonderful review. But there's the template. Last thing I want to show in terms of the content that they have on here is an oft requested and sometimes overlooked part of social media is stories. So stories for Instagram, stories for Facebook, they're kind of the longer vertical format of your phone here. What's really cool though is if you go to marketing assets over here, social media, and then go down to stories, they have, again, a bunch of stories that you can download for your Instagram stories or for your Facebook stories, that some of them are just kind of static graphics. But a lot of them in actuality, which I really love to see, was actually 11, changed from 134, are like interactive ones. So they've got the ask me anything sort of a thing, right? If you wanted to post this to Instagram and do let me get a little bit bigger here. I'll be answering questions for the next 24 hours, send them in, and then you add the little sticker there on Instagram, all formatted directly for stories. You've got the real estate agent bingo, which is a fun one. Stuff that you can do to as an agent to get stuff ready. You can work with your agents on this from an office standpoint. One that I always fall for whenever I see these sorts of things are the this or that's, mountains or beach, traditional or modern, guest house or six, right? Where you kind of circle which ones you would prefer. But my point here is just that they have a lot of different formatted content for all of the platforms. They've got cover, just to go back again, they've got a bunch of cover photo options for social media. For luxury, for residential, for St. Jude. They've got so many different options here that you can go in. I can go to the global luxury difference cover, find the one that I want to use. It's nice, it's simple, it's beautiful. Actually, we'll probably download that for the luxury page or something, and you download it custom for you. Yes, so they will. They will work for Facebook stories. Facebook stories and Instagram stories should have the same dimensions. So if you were to share them to either or, it should work just fine. Good question though. Thank you. Yeah, for stories across the board. Maybe not LinkedIn stories because they're trying that, and I don't think that's going to work. Or maybe they already canceled it. I can't remember. Anyway, so we're hitting the 15-minute mark. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. It's just a reminder for you as our offices, but also our agents especially. There are some really cool, beautiful graphics here that really will help showcase your agent's marketing, not only for themselves, but for their brand. And then of course there are listing templates they can use here as well. So dive in. Again, it's one of those things where it's not a platform you have to learn. You know, when I say dive in, I don't mean learn how it works. Just dive in to see what there is. There's so many cool things in here. If I go to the Dream campaign, right, like the most recent Coldwell Banker campaign, I've got the CV estimate graphics. I've got just the really pretty ones there. Social graphics that you can customize a little bit. Go in and take a look here and download some really cool things. Oh, I love that photo. For your social media. So pretty straightforward. Basically, just wanted to showcase a few of the things. Are there any questions before we wrap for the morning about how to get here, where you can find things, stuff like that? Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for your time. Don't forget to keep an eye out for the Pet March Madness finals. I believe those are happening now and very soon. Make sure to vote for your favorite pups, favorite pets. And thank you guys for your time. And we'll see you next week. Bye now.